Kim Kardashian and the fam reaction to Larsa Pippen's tell-all interview. Welcome back to Binge-Worthy Network. Larsa Pippen just exposed Khloe Kardashian, Tristan Thompson, Kanye West, and even Kylie Jenner. Here's how the Kardashian-Jenner family reacted to Larsa's shocking confessions. But before we jump in, hit that like and subscribe button if you love the Kardashian-Jenner drama and want to get all the newest updates about the KUWTK stars. Who would have guessed that Kim Kardashian's best friend, Larsa Pippen, would one day be exposing the entire reality family? But as 2020 is a year of shocking events, it's not so surprising to see Pippen go after the Kardashian family. After all, every diehard Kardashian fan already assumed the sisters had a massive fight with Larsa. As Kim's best friend was no longer seen on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, many started assuming that the ladies had a falling out. And it was after the reality TV family unfollowed Pippen that everyone realized this was more than just a falling out. And after months of wondering and coming up with conspiracy theories, we finally know the truth, because recently, Larsa Pippen had a shocking tell-all interview where she bared it all. On November 10th, Kim K's former friend was invited to appear on the Hollywood Raw podcast. During this expose interview, Larsa did not hold back and went on to explain what happened behind the scenes. Scottie Pippen's ex-wife exposed not only the Kardashian sisters, but Kanye West, Tristan Thompson, and Travis Scott as well. Here are all the shocking allegations Larsa admitted to during her Hollywood Raw podcast interview. According to Pippen, she was seeing Tristan Thompson when Khloe swooped in and stole the NBA player from her. And after years of trying to forgive Coco for her behavior, Larsa finally set the record straight. I was kind of seeing Tristan before Khloe or any of them knew he existed. I was seeing him. I had him come to LA. I brought him to a party Kim had. I introduced him to all of them. Then a week later, or 10 days later, he started seeing Khloe, which is fine. I don't even care. It's whatever. I'm the type of person that doesn't chase what's not for me. I will never chase a man. I will never put a leash on a man. I don't do that. I feel like, let you be great. If you want to be with other people, go ahead. I'm great by myself, shared Larsa. As you can imagine, thousands of diehard Kardashian-Jenner stans were shocked to hear such a shocking confession from Larsa. While some believed Pippen's statement, others simply refused to believe Coco would do such a thing. But before we get to Khloe's reaction to Larsa's jaw-dropping confession, let's see who else Pippen exposed during her interview. Kim's former best friend then went on to drag the Kardashian-West household, and how it's unsurprisingly Kanye who runs the family. Larsa admitted how she and the rapper were once very close. But after Kanye became extremely paranoid, Larsa stopped talking to him altogether. And she blames the Grammy-winning rapper for driving a wedge between her and her friend Kim. Kanye used to call me at 4, 5, and 6 o'clock in the morning, she said. I was the person who would take his calls when he wanted to rant. I would listen to him. I would be like, I love you. You're the best. Things will get better. I was his go-to person to call when he wasn't happy with X, Y, and Z. Maybe because I blocked him on my phone because I couldn't bear taking his calls anymore. I can't. I'm drained. So I blocked him on my phone. Obviously, that really upset him. So he turned that into, oh, she's this and she's that. The Kardashians all started to ride his wave. If you're that easily swayed like the wind, then do I really give a bleep? Should I give a bleep? I don't know. Was I hurt by it? Yes. But at the same time, I'm like, I've done nothing. I've never done one thing. I've been the most honest and truthful best friend to all of them. And if you think Larsa was done exposing Kanye with this statement, think again. Because Scottie's ex-wife backed up her comments by dragging another member of the Kardashian-Jenner family, and this time, it was Kylie Jenner and her ex-boyfriend Travis Scott who got the shorter end of the stick. Here's what Larsa said about the shocking rumors that she was hooking up with Travis. I feel like I ran into Travis Scott one night at a club and Travis called Kylie and said that I was hitting on him. That never happened. So then they were like, Kanye says she's this, and then she was hitting on Travis. By the way, that never happened. I left with the same people I came with. That never freaking happened. Was he delusional? I know he raps about being the highest in the effing room, so clearly, maybe he was the highest in the effing room. He imagined all this shit because it never happened. I would never do that. I would never in a billion years do that. If dragging Khloe wasn't enough, Larsa really took her time to expose Kim's husband, and as you can imagine, Pippen's shocking interview did not go down well in the Kardashian-Jenner household. Even though the reality TV sisters are yet to make an official statement or comment, there was one insider source who spilled the beans. A close friend of the Kardashians spoke up about Larsa's surprising Hollywood Raw podcast and how her allegations affected the sisters. They think she's trying to stay relevant, and Kim doesn't appreciate the accusations regarding Kanye. The family is very proactive over one another, and all feel like she violated their privacy by dishing out details to the public. Khloe doesn't believe Larsa was dating Tristan before her. Larsa knew Tristan, but they were never dating. The close friend of the reality TV family went on to say how Kanye West never trusted Larsa, and how the Kardashians all think Larsa is toxic energy. But that's not all, because another insider went on to share how the Kardashian-Jenner sisters are unfazed by what Larsa had to say. The family thinks that Larsa spoke out about this now because she's craving attention, and the only attention she got as of late was from being Kim's best friend and from being on the show. No one remembers Khloe meeting Tristan before that, or being introduced to him through Larsa. Larsa was never dating Tristan. They may have gone out in a group or met up, but they did not date. The family thinks she is embarrassing and seeking attention. And just like that, the insiders confirmed the Kardashian-Jenner sisters couldn't care less about what their former friend Larsa Pippen had to say. And while the reality TV siblings are avoiding talking about Larsa's interview, it's the diehard Kardashian stans who dragged Pippen through the mud. As soon as the Hollywood Raw podcast went live, thousands of Keeping Up with the Kardashians fans went onto Twitter to call out the attention-seeking Pippen. Larsa, girl, just stop talking. I'm a private person. I don't really tell my business. Proceeds to tell the business on an interview for the world to see. My added issue with Larsa is she's acting like a 20-year-old groupie. Keeps unnecessarily pushing herself in the public eye, giving us details about her private life, doing interviews, etc., all while being a mother, and her son has expressed how it hurts him. Larsa finna do another interview nobody asked for, explaining things nobody wanted to know. Is there some shortage of celebrities to interview? Cause I'm not understanding why Larsa Pippen is always being questioned. So it's definitely the guy who's in the relationship's fault. But all I know about Larsa is that interview she did going off about Jordyn Woods. Then she goes and does basically the same thing and acts like nothing is wrong with it? Okay. As you can see, it's not only Kardashian-Jenner sisters who have a problem with Larsa's behavior, because many were quick to notice how Kim's former best friend is always trying to stir up drama. After all, it was reportedly Larsa who exposed the Tristan Thompson and Jordyn Woods cheating scandal. And some even believe Kim's ex-BFF was the one who leaked Scott Disick's rehab photos. In the newest season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, we saw the reality TV family open up about Scott's recent rehab trip and how his healing period was ruined when someone leaked his private information. During the episodes, we heard Disick admit how he had never been so betrayed in his life. And just from that one simple sentence, many diehard KUWTK fans began suspecting it was actually Larsa who leaked Scott's pictures and private conversations. Larsa leaked Scott going to rehab, calling it now. We know someone leaked Scott Disick's rehab stay, but could Larsa Pippen be the guilty party? And could that explain her falling out with the Kardashians? And just as the Keeping Up with the Kardashians fans began calling out Larsa's behavior, that's when Pippen chimed in to clear her name. After weeks of getting dragged on social media, Larsa decided it was time to finally put an end to these horrible claims. Pippen responded to the hate in the comment section of her Instagram by stating, "I would never do that. You are out of your mind. Stop putting things on me that aren't true." And while we are not sure who exactly leaked Scott's pictures, there's no denying that Larsa isn't as innocent as she claims. So with all the drama and controversy Larsa Pippen caused, it's not so surprising to hear the Kardashian sisters decided to part ways with the socialite. And her recent interview with the Hollywood Raw podcast was just the cherry on top. We doubt if Larsa Pippen will ever be welcomed back in the Kardashian-Jenner clan. But what do you think? Do you believe what Larsa Pippen said? Are the Kardashian sisters right to part ways with Larsa? Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and give us a like. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications and share this video with your friends. Goodbye, everyone.